Welcome again. In this lesson we are going to learn the basics of HTML syntax. So HTML uses element to represent content in web pages. An HTML element starts with an opening tag to indicate that the element started. And also we have a closing tag to indicate the ending of the element. The difference between the closing tag and the opening tag is that we add a forward slash to the closing tag. Okay, so that's the first type of HTML elements. And we also have another type of elements, which are void elements. So basically a void element consists of a single tag. We have a few elements that are void elements, like an image element or an anchor element. We usually use the void element to insert something to the document that we are working on. Okay, with that in mind, we can now look at a different concept in HTML, which is attributes. Elements can also have attributes, like in this paragraph element. Okay, we use attributes to add more information about the elements. Like the class attribute, we use it to give element a special identification to target the element with the style information using CSS. As we said before, we use CSS to add styles to the web pages. And we will learn everything about CSS in a future course. And now if I go back to Visual Studio Code and let me delete what we created before and start all over again so we can practice a bit more. Okay, like I said, we always start with the document type element. Okay, the second element we need to add is the HTML element. The third and the fourth element we need to add is the head element and the body element. So these elements are the basics of every HTML document. In the last lesson I said I will leave the head element empty. But now we will learn more about the head element. So basically the head element, we use it to add information about the HTML document. So the browser can understand the HTML represent. So we can add a few elements in the head element like so. The first element we can add is the title element. Okay, we can give the document that we are working on a title. If you look at here, it will change once I save the file. Okay. We can give it any name. I will choose to say it's my first HTML document. So like this. My first. Okay. If you look at here, you will see the difference. Another element we can add to the head element is the viewport meta tag. Okay, we can create it like this, meta, and we give it a name of viewport, and we set the content of this meta tag. And we set the width equals to the device width. And also we set the initial scale equals to 1. And another element we can add is the character set meta tag. For this meta tag, we create it like this. Character set equals to UTF-8 and we hit save. The viewport meta tag is used to control the viewport size and shape for different screen sizes. And for the character set meta tag declares the document's encoding. The browser needs this in order to display the HTML page correctly. Another thing I want to add to the HTML element is the language attribute. We can do it like this. For me, I use English, so I will set it to English. You can use any language you want, like Arabic, French, or Spanish, or any other language. And now we have a very basic HTML document. We can now go to the body element and add some content. First, I will add an h1 element to give the page a heading, and I will give it a text of Hello HTML. Then I will add a paragraph. This is an HTML course. The last thing I want to talk about it in this lesson is how we can add comment to an HTML document. We add comment by using angle brackets with an exclamation mark and hyphens like this. We can insert comments in any place we want. I will add a comment in the top of the document. And we can write our notes. And also we can comment any line of code we want by pressing the control button with the / button like this. And also we can undo this by pressing the same buttons, control button and the / button. So I will go add a few comments so we can practice more. Also we can do it by just typing the text we want and comment it. We hit the control and the / keys. And also we can comment multiple lines of code or any comment we want. We do it by selecting the text we want to comment, like this, and use the control and the / and undo it with the same way. Control button and the / button, like this. So that's it for this lesson. I see you in the next lesson.